Hi guys, new one shot. Stepbrother made him pregnant. Top Tae and bottom Jungkook. Taehanga, you are coming back right for our anniversary, and your dad was talking about making you CEO of Seoul head office. Jin asked his son, who was eating his dinner while talking to his mom on video call. Mom, I will see. I'm very busy here. They replied, frowning, thinking how to avoid going back to his country. I know you are upset, but please, that child had no one. That's why I accepted him. So please come. And he is such a sweet child. Please stay. Please come for mom. I'm missing you very much. Jin begged when he saw they lost in deep thought. Okay, mom, I will come. But when I am not sure. So please don't cry, they said and hanged up, not wanting his mom to cry. Jin looked at the blank screen and huffed. The boy is stubborn just like his dad. Mama, Mama, where are you? A cheery Jungkook entered inside Jin's room, twirling on his feet. Yes, Koo baby, Jin asked, patting Koo's back, who hugged him. Mama, I am so excited to meet Teopa. I have even prepared. Now, I am going to ask him so many gifts for all my past birthdays. Jin nodded his head, looking at Koo, his husband's son from another woman. But the boy is so pure and innocent that no one can hate him. He remembered the night when that woman came into his house with a little 7-year-old Jungkook. How the woman showed him the DNA reports, proving it that this boy is his husband's blood only, and now she is not going to waste her time on him and left Jungkook there. But it was not Namjoon's fault. He had told him 8 years ago that he has lost his memory of one night during party, and that was the only night when Namjoon had not returned back to his home, his Jin's arms. Namjoon had told him he was unconscious and found himself in hotel room only in the morning, and he drove fastly to his home in the morning. Both cried when Namjoon told Jin about how he don't know how he reached the hotel, and he really don't betrayed Jin and begged for trust, and Jin trusted him. But then they got to know that Jungkook's mom had slept with Namjoon, giving him some drugs, and that's how Jungkook is Namjoon's son. Namjoon cried his heart out, begging forgiveness from Jin, who consoled him back, as how can it was Namjoon's fault. And then they heard the teeny cries of Jungkook, who was curled up under the dining table, scared of the new place. It took Jin a while to make Koo accept his new life, and slowly Koo took Jin as his mama and Aram as his dada. But they, who was 14, studying abroad, heard about the matter, did not accept it. They did not came back, and his anger towards his stepbrother kept increasing. Only he scoffed, how can that rich woman's son be innocent? He can fool you, dad and mom, but not me. And when I will come back, I will show my dear stepbrother his place. 2 weeks later, they landed in South Korea after 11th year. His dad has came to pick him up. They looked at Namjoon after so long. Dad, how are you? I'm all fine now as my son has come back to me. Namjoon smiled and started driving. Dad, I'm not going to live where that boy is living, they said, looking outside as car driver. But your mom is waiting. Namjoon looked at drive me to penthouse and you and your mom can come at dinner. They replied. Namjoon nodded and drove to penthouse. Reaching there, Namjoon gave him the card and keys to apartment and a new car for him. Left from there informing. They organized his clothes in the closet and left towards kitchen to drink something. Oh no, I forget, there is nothing, they said, looking at the empty fridge. Let's go, They left, taking his car keys, searching for a good cafe. Welcome, sir, what would you like? A woman asked cheerfully as they entered into a secluded cafe nearby Han River. I would like a lavender boba tea, they replied, and paid by his credit card and sat on the near corner two-seater table looking outside at the sun who is going to set soon. They smiled and thought the city has changed so much, but Han River still gives the same peace. Haha, Boba, stop. Don't chase me, I am tired. Jungkook giggled, running towards the shop, while the dog named Boba was chasing him. Jungkook loved to play with Boba, the dog of the shop owner, as he worked there pastime. His parents had no knowledge about it as he was saving the money for their marriage anniversary. Koo reached near the corner and sat down, losing as Boba jumped up on him, making him giggle out loud. They kept looking at him from the glass, while Jungkook kept laughing, his pouty lips, as he scolded Boba, who sat down silently, hearing the scolding. Jungkook, unaware of Tae's stare, picked up Boba in his arms and entered inside the cafe, while Tae gulped, looking at Koo booty in daze, wanting to squeeze it. He did not even notice when Koo's figure became invisible from his eyes. But looks like today's his lucky day, because his tea was served by Jungkook to him with a pretty smile. Sir, your tea. Thank you. They stuttered out. Jungkook walked back and kept working, but Tae's eyes keep following him around. Jungkook looks like he is lost in your beauty. A co-worker teased Jungkook, who blushed. Such a handsome man was interested in him. No, it's nothing. You do your work. Jungkook excused himself. They unwillingly returned to his penthouse when Namjoon called him because they reached, but they is not there at dinner. Jin hugged his son and requesting him to live with them, but they denied, and he even did not wanted to hear anything about his stepbrother, so his parents left. Days turned into weeks, and they kept going back to Jungkook's cafe, and he even got to know him by befriending Boba. Jungkook blushed whenever they praised his beauty and laughed at his silly jokes. They even spent so much time while talking, walking on the beach, playing with Boba, and their feelings grew stronger towards each other. And one day, they asked Jungkook to be his boyfriend when Koo made him food so that he don't have to starve at dinner. Koo accepted his proposal and Tae, unable to control himself, kissed Jungkook, who in shock and embarrassment left and avoided for Tae for 1 week. But they made him understand that it's okay because now they are a couple and he will not like if Jungkook will ignore him again. They had started working in his dad's company, unaware that Jungkook is a stepbrother whom he was avoiding, while Jungkook hopefully waited for his parents' anniversary so that he can meet his brother and maybe introduce his boyfriend Tae to his parents. Today Tae has invited Jungkook to his palace for movie night. He had bring so much snacks for Jungkook. He knows Jungkook is small, but by if chance something happens, he wants to be prepared. Today was Tae preparing snacks for Koo while Koo was searching for a good movie from Tae's collection while bending down before the TV's table. Tae, who came to ask him something but forgot everything, looking at the sexy, unable to control himself. He slapped on it. Ouchie! Hyung, way! Koo asked, lips pouty, glaring at Tae cutely. But Tae just pulled him closer, kissing his pouty lips, kept sucking the sweetness. Ah, Hyung! Jungkook moaned when Tae continued to kiss his pretty long neck. Hyung, what? Why are you touching? It's wrong. Koo becomes teary when he held Tae's hand, but Tae did not stop. Share, baby, I am loving you. Let him love you, okay? Tae said and picked Koo in his arms, laying him on the couch, and hovered above him, looking at his oceany, pearly, watery eyes who pouted and glared at Tae. Honey, please, Banban, let me see you. My Koo is so pretty, so beautiful. I wanna touch you. I wanna feel you. I wanna show you all my love. Please give Hyungi permission, baby. Tae coaxed Jungkook. He loves Jungkook, but he can't wait. Make Jungkook his. That's why he wants to love Jungkook now. Show him heaven, and he can introduce Koo to his family too later. Jungkook slowly nodded his head when Tae begged him, so Tae hastily ripped the straps, and Kook squealed, covering his chest when Tae threw away his top, as he was not wearing. Yoongi! Koo hiccupped out when Tae grabbed Koo's hand, covering him. Tae growled, looking at Koo's soft, petite, milky whitish skin. So smooth, his fingers glided softly, and Koo moaned out loudly in pleasure. Soon Tae kissed softly Koo, and his hand wandered on Koo's body freely, his smart waist, his cute tummy, his calves to his chubby thighs. Koo cried out when Tae squeezed harshly. Everything is alright, my love. Tae kissed his cute chubby cheeks, while one hand removed his and Koo's, but he did not stop. He pulled Koo close to himself. They felt goosebumps on his body heat increasing, his mind going crazy, and he wanted bad to do some things with cool small baby will be able to handle him, he thought when he felt Koo's leg and made him wrap it around his waist. But Koo flinched at the sudden action of Taehyung and tried to move back, but Tae harshly grabbed him again. Nah, it's hurt, Hyungi, please. Leave me. Nah, Mama said it's not right. Please, Koo cried loudly, whimpering in pain, trying to get free. He can't think straight. He only wants Jungkook now. He's so damned ready and he needs Jungkook. Right now, he can only get that. Oh my Banbai, my lovely baby, my cutest Koo. Hyungi is loving you only. Don't you want our love to be strong? Don't you love Hyung? Do you want Hyung to go back and never talk to you? They asked sweetly. No, no, Hyungi. I love you so much. I want Hyung. Please don't leave me. I will not stop you. Koo said desperately, hugging Tae, who smirked, hugging him back. Baby, I am not going anywhere. I am not leaving you. I love you so, so much. Tae kissed Jungkook softly and laid him down on the couch. Now Koo is sitting above Tae's shirtless, hard abs, making him. Hyungi, no, I'm shy. Jungkook covered his face in shyness, so Tae again turned him around and laid him on couch slowly. Tae grabbed Koo's tiny hand and entwined their fingers together. Baby, trust Hyungi, okay? Tae asked, and Jungkook nodded, smiling. And the both lovers passed the beautiful night together with each other. Next morning, Hyungi, it's really, really hurting. Koo cried in Tae's arms, who was massaging Koo's soft waist, slowly kissing his forehead. Baby, take this medicine, it will be okay. They gave him water and painkiller, and Sukun felt asleep. 1 month passed. Tae and Jungkook kept meeting each other, both crazy in love, and Tae has decided he will marry Jungkook soon with his parents' blessings. Today is their parents' anniversary, and Jungkook has asked Tae to come, but Tae was busy, so he declined. Tae too invited him, but it was important for Koo to attend his parents' party, so he declined, though unaware they will meet today and their hearts will be broken. Mama, how am I looking? Jungkook showed his pink dress to Jin, who was getting ready. Oh my, so pretty, baby, Jungkook. Jin praised him and Koo blushed shyly. Then, okay, let's go down now. Jin took his hand and both came down. All people looked shocked, seeing the gorgeous pair of mother and son coming down. Soon they get all in front of cake, but Jin was waiting for Taehyung. Let him come, Namjoon, fast, Jin said to his husband. But Jin, he is busy in a meeting. Let's cut the cake, okay? Namjoon convinced him. Okay, Jin said defeatedly and picked the knife to cut the cake. Mom, wouldn't you wait for me? A deep voice echoed in the hall as they stood on the entrance gate, smiling to his mom. Taehyung, my son, Jin smiled and Tae came near them, hugging his parents, but it felt like Jungkook's world fell apart. Okay, let's cut the cake now. Namjoon declared, and soon the celebration begins. Jin fed the cake to Namjoon and Tae and then turned towards Jungkook, who was in the verge of crying. Jungkook, baby, come, meet Kim Taehyung, your brother. Jin pulled him closer to Taehyung. Jungkook. Him, my stepbrother. Tae's brain felt like it stopped working. Both Taekook looked into each other's eyes. What in the world is happening? Tae thought, his brows frowning in confusion. Jungkook ran away from there in his room. Koo, where are you going? Jin asked. He was so excited to meet you. What's wrong with him? Jin said worriedly, looking at Tae. Maybe he is overwhelmed. Jinny, meeting Tae first time, Namjoon side hugged him softly. Mom, Dad, I am tired too. I am going to room, Tae said and left from there. They stepped up thinking about what's wrong my stepbrother. I hate him, but Jungkook, I love him, but we are brothers. What did I do? If mom dad get to know that, what will I tell them? How will I face them if they get to know we slept together? When he entered inside his room, he found it the same, but he was not able to breathe, so he left to the balcony. And Jungkook, whose room was beside Taehyung, was also standing in balcony, lost in thoughts. Coo baby, they called softly. Jungkook turned around hearing the soft voice and then he ran into Tae's arms, hugging him. Hyungi, Coo cried out and Tae too encircled his arms around Jungkook. Hyungi, it's not true, right? You are not my brother, right? Coo asked, hoping that all this will be false. But Tae separated from him and looked deeply into his pretty eyes. No, it's true, Coo. I mean Jungkook. Forget everything. We break up and don't tell mom dad anything. They said and left from there because after hurting Koo, he was not able to face him. He left to his penthouse and Koo cried all night in bed, not even opening the door for Jin and Namjoon. 2 weeks passed. Jungkook tried calling Tae again and again, but they did not pick his calls, ignored his messages, and did not meet him after that night. When Jin asked, Koo lied that he was not feeling well. But today he really was not feeling well and he had a doubt in his mind. And to clear that, he reached to a pharmacist's shop and took 5 pregnancy test kits, and then happened the earth-shaking part. All the 5 kits turned out positive. Jungkook is pregnant. So he reached to Tae's penthouse and kept ringing the bell until they opened the door because past few times they ignored him. So Jungkook tiredly always left to the mansion, but today due to his stubbornness, they had to meet him. Hyungi, Koo cried loudly, seeing Tae's tired face as he had dark circles around his eyes and he was looking so pale and thin. Koo, I told you don't meet me again. Then why? Tae asked. I am pregnant. Jungkook revealed the shocking news to Tae, whose eyes widened. What? Tae shouted. Yes, Hyungi, I am scared. So scared. Jungkook said, crying. And baby, what? I'm not understanding. How can it be possible? They said, his voice hoarse. Hyungi, please, I'm not leaving you again. Jungkook said, looking at his face. They was not able to think anything but only Jungkook. So he pulled him closer and kissed his forehead. Okay, baby, okay. Nobody is taking you away from me from now on. They said and took him to rest in the bedroom. They both rested and thought how to confess this to their parents, and they decided tomorrow they will meet Namjoon and Jin. Next morning they left in Tae's car and reached in front of the mansion. They both entered hand in hand with Tae in front. Tae, you are here, Jin said smiling slowly. Jinny, Jungkook's phone is still switched off. Don't worry, we will find him soon. Namjoon said, consoling Jin because they are worried for Koo, who was lost from last night. Mom, Dad, Jungkook is here, they said, and their eyes fall on little Jungkook behind Taehyung. Koo baby, where were you? Jin said and pulled Koo into his arms, hugging the small boys whose eyes were swollen from crying. Mom, Koo started crying. Koo stopped crying, baby. They wiped his tears, making his parents shocked that they, who hated Jungkook to the core, was talking sweetly to the boy, consoling him and wiping his tears. It's unbelievable. We have to tell you both something. I love Jungkook and we are a couple. Listen, before you both speak something. We dated before knowing that we are related. Sorry, but we cannot be separated. They said in one go, so that their parents can't deny. When Tae looked up to meet his parents' eyes, they both were smiling. Tae, you don't have to be separated. Jungkook is not your brother and we are happy for you both. Namjoon said, revealing the truth to both of them. Namjoon and Jin had not trusted truly to Jungkook's birth giver, so they had given again a DNA test of Jungkook, and Namjoon and they both were not father and son, but Jin did not have the heart to leave Jungkook, so they raised up as their son, but now they are happy as they cook love each other. But they asked in happiness after hearing the truth from his parents and hugged Jungkook, who also smiled, thinking, now, Koo don't have to be separated with Tae and parents both. Well, then if you accepted us both, then good news for you both. Jungkook Tae dropped the bomb and then he ran, saving his life from an angry Moma Jin who was following him with his slippers, and Namjoon and Koo laughed at them. Yeah, how dare you touch my innocent Koo? Jin beat Tae with his slipper, who hid behind Koo, who saved him from angry Jin, and Namjoon held him from behind. Soon, last Jin came down and they all laughed at his disheveled hairs, who were flying out in all directions, and both parents agreed to arrange their marriage soon. The end. Watch more one shots on my channel. Bye guys.